Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sprint 248 review. This is a normal 2-week sprint, and let's get started. I'll start with the overview, Gilbert on the UI, Adam on providers, and Joe on the platform. As you can see, this sprint had 54 PRs merged this sprint, a little lighter than usual. We had a few people taking some time off. And those PRs were spread pretty evenly across bugs, enhancements, and tests. And over to Gilbert on the UI.
Thanks, Jason. So on the UI, we had the UI JSON translation files being updated, and then for internationalization, we fixed wrong tag, but the SCS warning on division has been fixed by Keenan.
Over to Adam.
All right, thanks, Gilbert. So for providers, embedded Terraform this sprint, Manoj added Terraform template parsing to the embedded Terraform sync, and this allowed us to automatically generate a service dialog. So when you're creating a service catalog item, there's an option to select an existing dialog, or you can automatically create a new one based on the parsed variables in the Terraform template, which is a really nice enhancement. Matches something that we've had for embedded Ansible for a while, but it's nice to see it on Terraform as well. For Kubernetes, this was only a fix on an older release branch, but the Prometheus alert client responses were causing VCR failures on the spec test for the older releases. So we got that fixed up. OpenShift, we locked down the version of recursive OpenStruct, which was introduced a breaking change in one of their versions. We reported it and they actually fixed it in a newer version. Next slide. And for Flow, this one's been open for a while, but we finished up implementing the map state, which is a state which allows you to run essentially a sub workflow against an array of inputs. So if you have an array in your input, you can run the same task against each item in that. And we also implemented the tolerated failure count and tolerated failure percentage in the map state. So if you want to say uh, anything less than 50% failure rate, count the map state as success, you can do that. And next slide, over to Jim.
Thanks, Adam. For platform enhancements this sprint, Adam removed the need to use send by making create dialogues a public method in the service template Ansible playbook. Jason sped up tests by decreasing the wait time between poll attempts in the Ansible runner wait method. Brandon sped up the operator by using a UBI image and Go download instead of the library Golang. Keenan cleaned things up by removing a reference to the previously removed totally.js. I removed support for end-of-life Rails version 6.1 and older, and allowed Rails 7.1 and 7.2 in a few new repositories. Jason upgraded Puma to 6.4.3 to address the CVE. Let's see, Keenan added testing of Ruby 3.2 and 3.3 in several repositories, and the bot added updated extracted English translations after Jason had some fixes to English strings in other repositories. Next slide. For platform bugs this sprint, Keenan loosened the Azure Management Data Lakes store dependency since the previously static version was retired and yanked. Adam dropped the legacy verified credentials data hash as it's a string going forward. Adam also fixed the Ruby 3.3 argument error during Marshall load. Jason fixed the sporadic macOS bug with the Ansible runner listener thread. Jason also fixed some English messages I said previously with new lines. The new lines were causing issues when they were being translated. Jason and Adam fixed tests leaving pending git deleted directories. Keenan removed a fixauth test failure, and this test was causing a sporadic test failure when encryption keys were able to decrypt a string without error, but the result was actually garbage data. Adam removed DRB as a gem since it was extracted from Ruby standard library. And Adam removed the no longer use CloudWatch logger. Next slide.
All right, and that's all for our Sprint 248 review. Our next Sprint review 249 will be on October 30th at the usual place and time. And as always, I'd like to thank all the presenters today, all the contributors to Manage IQ, and our community. Thanks.